problem is, how do you get out? I don't know how to get out. Walked into the fan. I think that's probably one of, if not the most smoky Td5 to ever grace the Alive dyno. Alright then guys, welcome back to the channel. So we've got something today that is really cool, isn't it? Yeah, you seen this? Disco 2. Yeah, of course it's Td5, of course it is. Look at it. Look at the styling on it. Have you ever seen a disco like with carbon doors before? I don't think I ever have. You know, pretty awesome. I love the wheels. I love the way this one's been styled. Big Brembo brakes, carbon doors, and yeah, why are we here today? Yeah, we're going to dial in a GTB550. We're going to be fitting some uprated head bolts as well, head gasket, all that's going to be done. We'll take you along the way with us. So just have a little look under the bay just so you can see what's going on in here. Yes, it is a Td5, but things look a little bit different. So we've got a K&N filter and a GTB550, but look, a bit of thermal insulation going on there, stock manifold, and yeah, where is, if you know discos, where is it? What's missing there? It's relocated a little further forward. The intercooler, yes, it's a Circ Motorsport intercooler. Move forward, and yeah, no AC on this one. Lightweight Odyssey battery, racing battery, and yeah, 15p of course, electric fan, and yeah, look at it. Have I found my favourite disco? I might have just found my favourite disco. So yeah, Brembo brakes on the back. That is a front brake on the back. It's all strapped up, ready to go. Just going to get a baseline for it before we push it too hard, before we do the head gasket and the uprated bolts. Lots of names on the back there. Big Land Rover on the side. So right, let's not mess about, eh? Let's get in it. Let's see what it makes as it is. It's already got like a bass tune on it. Another thing. And it is a thing. Yeah. All right, let's jump inside. I am sat inside what is a very dark Disco 2, so I'm just selecting some data here on the power flash. What do we want to log? And the next problem is, how do you get out? I don't know how to get out. Right, I'm pleased I figured out how to get out in case, not in a rush, in case I needed to get out in a rush. Alright, so really responsive on the throttle, all looking good so far. Do need a bit more temperature in the engine. It's the McDonald's hatch, yeah? Oh, it's got a bit of temperature in it now. It's time to sync the engine RPM to the dyno. Right, so that's that synced. Oh, you're moving around there a bit. Come back. Alright. That's a good point actually, you can see the screen. Right, we're prepared now and we're ready for our first run. We've got some temperature into the engine. Key to warming one of these up is as well, not to beat on it too hard, just to make sure you don't get too much of a high air temp for the air intercooler. There we go, 4th gear now, full throttle. Looking like it's going to be a big looking like it's going to be a big number, a decent number. Not a fan of the smoke. That's awful. Christ! I'll breathe that bugger in. Right, what have we made? 208. Jesus, how much smoke for 208 brake? Something's not right. 500 Newton meters. That's a lot of smoke for 208 horsepower. Wow. Right, so off camera, Martin was just discussing and just mentioned this K&N air filter that's on this. It's got like a filter sock on it, so we're going to take that off and do another run and see if that affects anything at all. So super close up. Right, so that was pretty. I'd like to swear that was pretty damn rotten, yeah? Smoke-wise. I don't like that. I've got to breathe that, you know? I wonder why. You know, the map we put on this one, it's a base map for a 550. Is there a problem with like the fuel system? Maybe. Is the air filter restricting things? Maybe. So, let's have a look. Let's do a run with no filter sock on the air filter, yeah? So right, just for the benefit of the video, really, if you didn't quite follow what we meant with the filter sock. So this is like a waterproof sock. The K&N, they're supposed to be like quite free flowing. I'm going to remove it because, you know, it shouldn't smoke that much.
The customer says it feels different.
Well, you know, sometimes the customer might be right. That's original? Yeah, it is. From an early Defender? Discovery?
Yeah, it'd originally been a Tempe on an X, wouldn't it?
Hopefully the software's right on everything.
I think everything reads right.
Think everything reads right, okay. Right, so I just finished saving this run and then we'll do another run from, I mean, you can see like the exhaust from there, yeah? If I'll let you know if I think it smokes more or less. That was pretty stinky. So I'm just connecting to power flash again one more time. Got on a live dashboard real quick, lovely and fast. So on here I'm just putting some notes. Space run with filter sock. And you know, for what it's worth, I don't want to bash too hard on K&Ns, but I'm not a fan of K&Ns, yeah? I like the ITG filters, always had them. Yeah, you'll see them on my race car, yeah, they sponsor my race car. But if you go back, if you look, I was buying them before, I was being gifted them, and all of the filters that we supply that are live, they're ITGs, yeah? Drop-in panel filters for your Td5s, your Range Rovers, Discos, whatever you got, be an ITG. Do need to put a little bit more temperature into this. Whilst I'm doing that, just going to have a look at some more data. Yeah, just trying a bit more temperature into it because it's overcooling a little bit. I've had to turn down the dyno fan a little bit. Just warming this up. I don't want to be dynoing this at what, 60, 70 degrees coolant. It needs to be up right in the mid 80s. I'm logging a few more bits of data here just to see if I can figure out what's going on with all that smoke. Again, it shouldn't be really smoking like that. Right, we're ready ready for another run. So back-to-back testing against the K&N air filter sock on the filter versus not. So it's not on at the minute. I've got in the background the graph that it made. See what we can do, eh? So I'm going to pay some attention to ambient pressure. Right, so I think you're going to be very, very surprised with the results there. You can't see them from where the camera is at the minute. I do believe we just made less power. Still, far too much smoke. But, yeah, we've got a CJM manifold going on this when we do the head gasket and head bolts this afternoon. It's going to be a long old day. Yeah, 200 brake. Yeah, 200 horsepower. 492 Newton meters, so less power. Very interesting, yeah? So we'll save that as without the filter sock. We don't know why we lost 8 horsepower, but we did. I'd like to see an ATG cone on there, one of our induction kits. Maybe we will. So that's the 2 base runs done before we say we're going to do the head gasket, rated head bolts and all that sort of stuff. So we'll call it 208. You know, with a GTB550, you want to be making 550 Newton meters, and you want to be, you know, we've seen up to 250 horsepower with a standard set of injectors. Most commonplace, 230 to 240 horsepower. So we'll see where this one ends up. Yeah, smoke. Why are you smoking? I'm thinking poorly injectors, so yeah. You wouldn't have thought that would gain you 8 horsepower, I don't know why. So, perhaps an issue somewhere. I'll pop that in there so we don't lose it. Hey, just while we're in here, whilst I'm sat in this Disco 2, warming it up, you know, a bit dark in here, it's hard to read. Funk Motorsport on the dashboard, carbon panels and infills. And I noticed the roof as well. Really well done. So we've had on the dyno a silver and a red disco recently. And I wouldn't say they was rough as rough can be, but this is refreshing, yeah? Really refreshing. Yeah, so quite a lot of smoke there, wasn't there? So look, just making sure everything's okay. Smoke machine in the intake, and what pressure? Ooh, what pressure is it holding? 35 psi. It's holding the max. Just give it a moment, just to in case anything will leak, but it's going through here. You could probably do with bypassing this because, yeah. So, right, fingers in the hole. What are you doing there? What are you doing there, Martin?
Don't be inappropriate.
What are you doing? That's your intro. Right, so yeah, just give it a fair shot. Obviously, we're because of the nature of the intake and the vacuum and the breather pipe, we're essentially putting smoke pressure into the engine, the block, etc. So not really giving it a fair test when it comes to smoke testing. But either way, it's looking pretty good.
Top corner of the intercooler.
Yeah.
But again, what are we 2.2 bar? Is that what it's running? I think so.
Yeah, I've seen 2.2 bar on the. You've exceeded what these are rated. We can't see it at the minute. We did just discuss. Yeah, they tested or something at 20 psi. Yeah, so
destroyed the cooler.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah.
So 20 psi, like 1.2.
We're putting more through it than it's rated for. So
Yeah.
I know. I'm just taking the piss.
Yeah, I mean, arguably the 550s, you do need we've even had, I mean, Will's got one on his, same as the Alive Ultimate, but for Discoveries. It is something that we're currently in the process of doing.
For this sort of...
For this reason, yeah. Now we're starting to see more of these running the bigger turbos. Because yours is mounted a lot further forwards, you might actually get an Ultimate in there.
Yeah.
I say that we
Put it back on the trailer.
put it back on the trailer. I said this was, you know, I was bigging this up real big, wasn't I? Yeah. Right, workshop, and we'll figure it out. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still going.
It would have been cheaper, Scotty, put short bolts.
So AMC head going on. Will's doing all the spannering, aren't you, mate?
Yeah.
How's your disco?
Still slipping.
Almost clutchless.
Yeah, almost clutchless.
Yeah, it's turned into, what did you say? It turned into like driving an auto home the other day. So yeah, just popping in some fresh studs. Great manifold studs by the look of it. And there's a CJM manifold right here to go on. It's been ceramic coated, this one, guys? Yeah?
Pretty sure what it's got? Yes.
Is it, what is it, Zerkotech, or is it like Cerakote or?
Cerakote.
Cerakote, yeah, Cerakote's good, you know. Use a lot of Cerakote on that thing. Yeah, got to get this one on the channel, yeah. This one never been seen on the channel before, yeah. It's looking real sad at the moment, yeah. No, that manifold's Cerakoted. About 7 years ago that was done. And yeah, hey, I'm not the only one in the shop today with a carbon roof neither. So, yep. A lot easier to see now with the bonnet off. See all of the bits and pieces. And yeah, we're just discussing this air filter. I think this air filter is costing our customer here a bit of horsepower. It's out of shape, isn't it? It's struggling. It's full of dirt as well. So once it's lost its shape, it's not going to filter very well. So yeah, an ITG might be a better option. So I was just saying as well, probably going to be the cheapest mod on the car, and probably do one of its biggest favours as well, really. So the shopping list on the side. Yep. That's it, yeah. Milk, egg, bread, whatever it is. Do you remember from the, what was it? Early 2000s, the Fast and Furious era. That's where.
If you used to buy the Fast Car magazine, it used to come with the.
Come with a oh yes, yes. No, what was that?
I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, it might have got sticky for some people afterwards, but.
Where's the first page stuck?
Yeah. Yeah, right, so yeah, Martin's come out of the office today, give a hand, and I'm kind of on the camera, so I'll probably just stand here looking beautiful.
Just have a look at the sax history.
Yeah, that's it, yeah, she's in a bit of a...
Have they seen the Saxo?
Have they seen the Saxo? Mm. That just came off in like 5 seconds.
Yeah, it's a quick release. As soon as you drive it, Stu, and crash it, you can replace it quick.
Well, please it's got a turbo blanket on it because it just tricks me into thinking it's not hot, that it's going to burn me.
Yeah, you just leave
and
it
then you
for
just
a
catch a
little
bit of metal and it just, yeah.
So what we got, guys, how to fit a Defender
Ultimate
intercooler into a Discovery.
I mean,
and have we got a fancy fit or a fit?
a fit, because normally obviously it'd be flush against your radiator.
Yeah.
But the way the customer had mounted his other one, it
Thankfully.
was further forward, so
Yeah.
he manufactured all his own brackets.
Right.
Which means we can actually fit the Ultimate for a Defender in there, because the width difference doesn't matter.
Bustos wise, there's a problem.
Bustos wise, no, it'll go on.
Oh.
It'll fit. It'll be tight, but it'll fit. And then the brackets, I think, for the most part, will fit.
Ish.
Yeah, it's just the front bolt, but the customer's going to address that himself.
Right.
And make some new brackets.
So this one was trailered in, so it's not like it's going to be driven too far. From Cornwall, by the way. How many hours? Was it 7 hours they've travelled?
Somewhere there, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all coming out at the back.
Your waters have just broke, Will. So this is the juiciest bit when you're doing an head gasket on a TD5, always dropping the water out. I'm sure kink in the hose.
We're going to put these injectors back in,
Yep.
run it, and see what the difference is.
Right.
And then customers then, if we've got another set of injectors, but he doesn't want us to put them in now, he wants us to put these back in, run it as it is, see if there's a difference. If we're still missing power, then we'll put the other injector.
Because it smokes so badly. Well, I think I heard you say it as well, Will. This doing head gasket manifold's not going to stop it smoking, so you know the injectors will, or we truly believe they will anyway. K&N, ICG. You know these brands, yeah? Right, what are we doing? Why have we got a little filter on here? Well, it's not a little filter, really, is it? Its ability to filter a high amount of airflow. It's not little. No, they're good filters, these. So why are we going for a nice, a nice fresh-looking air filter? Well, this K&N, you can see it's deforming, isn't it? It's out of shape. Once these start deforming and start closing up, they do become very restrictive. Now, the ITGs, they do retain their shape. You know, they don't last forever, but they do last a very, very long time. And arguably, a better looking filter. Now, what was going on with this filter as well? Once it was on the intake, it was, because it's so long, it's really heavy, it was encouraging the air intake pipe from the turbo to fall off. Now, this one, it's a lot shorter, isn't it? And this one's even got the MAF on it. There we go. We've got the AAP sensor fitted inside it. So AAP is going to tell us how hard that turbo's working, and I'll be able to relay the information. I've got the data from what the AAP was making when it was fitted in this K&N filter, and we can compare that when we're back on with tuning, to a degree, because we will be tuning, so things will be different, but, you know, same amount of boost pressure, of course, will tell us if that filter's doing better. Now we know it will, yeah? We use this filter on our 300 brake Td5, so, yep, it's quite small, but it is mighty. Right, real quick, main difference between an AMC and a stock head. Obviously we're looking at a, well not obviously, but we're looking at a stock head at the minute, and it's this little channel that people usually talk about. This is the one that cracks. On the AMC head you can see significantly thicker around those ports, so I do wonder sometimes when people use, we've got Healy by somewhere, yeah, sometimes people might use this to pull at an injector. Does it crack the wall? Maybe it does in some cases, probably not every time, but yeah, that is where we do see cylinder heads crack and yeah, open up at the top there and sometimes down the channel. Yeah, definitely an interesting one. Something that's not always discussed or often showed, but that's one, not the only reason to fit an AMC cylinder head. There's a couple of others, but yeah. Yeah, a bit more admiration going on. So that's a, I thought it was a full carbon roof. It's just a sunroof blank, but you know, props where it's due. Now, I don't normally knock at a disco dash and go, oh, that's nice, but yeah, this is less is more. Less is more, isn't it? Yeah. So a bit of motorsport in there as well, yeah. Yeah, and shuts really well. Customer made them doors himself, so.
Yeah, what did it say? It was 1750 kilos.
1750 kilos, so how much lighter than stock is that?
Stock was
A lot.
2.3, 2.4, I think, something like that.
No.
Yeah, I could be wrong. Yeah, 500 kilos.
He's lost 500 kilos. And he said this quarter mile in 15 something, or was it 16? We'll have a catch up. He's done some drag racing in this. So yeah, the chill out systems, something new, something I've not seen before on a disco. So yeah, if you're wondering where those go, where do you think they go to? They don't go to the brakes, they don't go to any part of the fuel system. They go to you. Yep, you got a sweaty neck. Air conditioning, you're going to be really, really cold. You could do some bungs in there this time of year. I can't believe the doors. Yeah, when this rolled up this morning, I knew it was a Land Rover, but yeah, in the back of it. Of course, we're waiting for your comments below. Don't be a stranger. No one's going to judge you. What do you think to this disco? Bad ass.
Oh, did it? Over the top of it, so let's scuff it down.
That's it, and obviously fitting the manifolds. So you've got something to hang on to. Remember that intercooler boost leak? Just in the top corner there. Yeah, you can see it's wet. Right then, we're back, yes.
Back.
Head gasket.
Head gasket.
Yeah, head gasket, uprated head bolts, AMC head, CJ and manifold, ITG filter, ultimate intercooler from a Defender.
Yeah.
Yes, we said Defender.
Just they don't normally fit.
No.
It's just the way that this is set up. The
Yep.
intercooler and the radiator aren't together, so it does fit on this occasion.
Yeah.
Don't go buying them off the website.
No.
Because they don't fit.
No, car's modified, okay? Yeah, so the car's modified, and I'm just going to bring it up to temperature. Martin's going to check coolant and stuff like that in the bay for me, make sure everything's okay, fluids-wise, and yeah, we're going to, no adjustments to mapping, no mapping, yeah? What will it make? So we did find a bit of a boost leak on that intercooler, didn't we? Only tiny, but it was, you know, we're trying to be fair here, so no mapping at this point, and, you know, we may well, I'm going to predict we're going to put a different set of injectors in this. If we've got a good set, we will, so. Right, so here goes the run with all the new bits fitted. So, in the background, the dynograph, what did it do before? Let's see what it can do now. And I think that's probably one of, if not the most smoky Td5 to ever grace the Alive dyno. Not nice. And if you're wondering, yes, we are going to work on sorting that out. So it has made 208 horsepower, so a little bit difference on the torque. Yeah, 208. So, yeah. Right, I think it's time to drop in another set of injectors. So the guys have been getting the injectors ready with some fresh, genuine seals. Let's fit them and see if we can cure some of that smoke and make some more power with a better set of injectors, yeah? Right, we're back and we've got a replacement set of injectors in there, genuine seals. We also changed this boost hose as well. So it's still not the prettiest, but it's got a less ugly kink in it. The one that it did have on it, ew, and it was kind of cranked over, something like that. But anyway, let's get some temperature back in this and we'll, no mapping, just injectors coded, of course, yeah, and we'll do a run. All right, we're ready for a run then. So this is a replacement set of injectors. What is it going to do? I think it might make more. Not yet, it ain't. Oh yeah. Come on. Come on. Oh. We've got a big gain in the mid-range, but not on the top. So the difference being injectors being changed, that's changed the shape of the curve, hasn't it? So Well, this is going to make more power when the vehicle slows down. It's going to show more. If not, it's going to show more lower down. So 213, 510. So yeah, an improvement, but not at the top of the range. So it cleaned up the smoke an awful lot. An awful lot. I'm just going to save that data, review the power flash, just have a look at some information. We'll probably rinse and repeat and go again. I wonder what's holding it back at the top now. So injectors, that's given us a huge amount more of mid-range. I think that tells us it still wants a better set of injectors in it. Right, so everything does check out okay. We'll try another run. So pretty much a mirror image of what it did before, tiny bit better at the bottom, but yeah, for the love of a brand new set of injectors, yeah, I think we would see sort of 240 horsepower really. Looking at that curve, if it would carry on, I mean TD5, a good one, will peak at 4,000 RPM. This one's peaking what, 3.2, so it's on a mission, and then at 3,200 it just gives up. So 215 horsepower, 517 Newton meters. So we are going in the right direction with just testing another set of injectors. But for the love of wanting a brand new set, eh? Anybody got a brand new set of injectors? Call a live tune in. Yeah, we'll buy them. Right. What does that tell us? Well, biggest variable, the only variable really in the end there. Yeah, we did change that boost hose, but injectors, what it's done. So you're looking at best part of 20 horsepower, and here 30 Newton meters of torque. It doesn't like being revved out. It doesn't like it. It's 215 and 517. So yeah, big improvements on the mid-range. Yeah, massive improvements on the mid-range. But we want more. So what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Well, in an ideal world, we'll put a brand new set of injectors in there. Not a recon set. Not a recon set. No, we'll put a brand new set in there. So 215. I think that would have made 240 horsepower. Torque-wise, with a brand new set, yeah, it might have been close to 550. Close, but yeah. Well, getting to the point of we're on overtime now, and these guys, I think it was Cornwall come from. Cornwall, yeah? So yeah, travelled a long way, aren't they? Yeah. Well done them. Pleasure to have such a cool car on the dyno. What's next? What do we do? Yeah, that is that. What an awesome disco, yeah, what an awesome car. It seems weird calling it a car, but it's a car, isn't it? Yeah, but no, it's an awesome Discovery 2, that one. And yeah, 215 horsepower and 517 Newton meters. Pretty good, pretty strong. We think that it wants to, we need to source a better set of injectors for that one. Let us know if you've got a, have you got any injectors for sale? Yeah, so right, that is the end of that one. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. What oil did it leave on the dyno? Well, this one actually did a little bit. Yeah, there's quite a bit there, isn't there? Yeah, we'll forgive it though, won't we? Look at it. I'll forgive it. Not bad. Not bad at all. Right. See you next time.